Hello, everyone. You're welcome to Agelessdiscourse with Pastor Fred and Oluchi Chukwuonu.
Hello, Ageless. Good to see you again. It's a beautiful evening, and we bless God for this opportunity to speak with you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for welcoming us into your space. Today we have another powerful and interesting topic to discuss. We'll be looking at the signs of immaturity in the marriage. The signs of immaturity in the marriage. We know that maturity comes not only by age, but also we need to mature in every other aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
So sometimes you see marriages that are up to maybe 25, 30 years, and you still see these signs of immaturity telling us that it's not so much about how old you are in marriage. We have also seen some marriages that are not even up to 10 years, and yet you could see the couples doing very well because you could actually see the maturity in them. So we're going to look at today and discuss what actually is these signs of immaturity in the marriage.
Yes, we welcome the signs of immaturity in marriage. And they are not a pleasant signs. Sometimes they are embarrassing. And just like he said, it's not about how old you are. You might be 50 years and yet still display this immaturity, once in a while. And we say that these signs, we must watch out for it.
Yes.
It happens every day, every time in marriage. I've seen people that are about 30 years in marriage still displaying these signs of immaturity, these attitudes of immaturity. And it's not good. It's not good, and we just really have to watch and stop it. It shows a lot of maturity when we're able to handle such issues.
Yeah.
And for instance, what the Bible said in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, from verse 1, Apostle Paul was actually addressing the church in Corinth, and it was talking to them and said, I will not address you as mature people, as those that are spiritual, but as carnal. Is that what as carnal? He said, because you behave like an infant. So I'm going to give you milk and not real food. He said, because when there's still division among you, that's immaturity. Amen. Immaturity. He said, one said, I'm of Apollos. Another one said, I am
of Paul.
Of Paul.
Another of Cephas.
So he said, who are we? He said, Paul planted and Apollos watered, but it's God that gives increase. In the marriage, it doesn't matter whose idea, right, that is functioning very well in the marriage. It doesn't matter whose idea is for us to have a house in Banana Island. It doesn't matter whose idea it was for us to invest in that
business.
That business that is really bringing in so much income.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who. The point is what? Is advancing our marriage.
Yeah.
Through those things, we're solving our needs. So it doesn't matter who who earns more.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who earns more or who earns less. As far as we're concerned, it's us. That's the point. It's us. And when we don't look at these things, then we're showing maturity. But when we begin to say we will cause division in the marriage, even division to the extent that sometimes in some marriages, you see home divided.
Yes.
Whereby among the children, one is siding the dad, another one is siding the mom. And they've caused a sharp division in the house. Look at it. They said, well, the intelligent ones are with the dad. They're intelligent. And the unintelligent ones resemble and looks like the mom. You get it? And when the issue of any intelligence comes up, the one that felt that have already been labeled as the one that is not intelligent, they will block their heart from you. There's nothing you will say that they will listen to you. Why? Because already you have divided your children, you have divided their house and their home. Spouse, these things ought not to be so. It's not. Division shouldn't come among us. It's a thing that we should stamp out completely in the marriage. There's no way we'll continue to divide our home and we think that we're going to prosper. We won't advance. A divided home has no romance. Look at it. You are heading to rock, and that is very important. So we must be careful when such thing comes up. And every day there are reasons why we should divide. You know, I was saying the other day, I said, even in some houses, in home, you see that the two couple, the couples are already divided the property in their house.
Yes.
I bought this one. This one belongs to me. I was responsible for the setting in the sitting room. In fact, the television I was the one that bought it. And they have this receipt somewhere kept. And the man in his heart also, you know, and the woman too. This thing is not open to one, but they are carefully doing that. And my wife said, maybe in case something happened. In case what? Are you expecting a divorce? Are you expecting division? I mean separation? Because that's how it starts. If not, what belongs to you belongs to me. That's the point. It doesn't matter who bought the car that we're riding, the family car. The point is that it belongs to us. It's our car. So nobody has a monopoly over it. You won't say, well, that car belongs to me.
You know, these things happen because of the way some women have been treated in the past. You see, where a woman will maybe raise money to build house, and at the end of the day, because the man married another wife, probably she's chased out. So right now, women are already intelligent. So they put their receipts.
Intelligent indeed. What kind of intelligence is
They are
that?
very smart.
Are you expecting, when you're going to that marriage, are you expecting to separate tomorrow?
They said in case now.
No. What in case? What in case? We're even talking about a home that the Lord God is what? Is in charge.
Yeah.
If you have submitted your home to the Lord, you should relax. He's going to take care of it. Nothing will happen to your marriage. You're not going to separate. You already have children. Even if you don't have children. You get it? So that shouldn't come to us. To the point whereby you discover that in the family, you know, things are divided. Roles are divided already. One said, well, there's nothing wrong in dividing, having roles divided. There's nothing wrong with that. Sharing the roles in the house. One takes care of the fees. The other one takes care of the running of the home. The other one, the project, the house project, that's your own responsibility. Car maintenance is yours. Look at it.
Paying of the school fees.
Yes.
And then the rents.
They're all good. But the point is how you go about it brings about your maturity. So now our division. Already you have divided this role, they are good. But when you in application, when you begin to apply it in another way around and bring a problem there, whereby you said, well, the car is your own responsibility to maintain the car. And this car has been giving you problem and I've been telling you about it. And it happens that the car broke down on the way. You just call him up and said, hey honey, you know that car, I've told you before. That car broke down right now and I don't have time to stand here. Imagine everybody's watching me. Imagine that I'm not going to do that car and I'm calling a taxi. You must say, no. Instead, I'm going to call a mechanic. But why not call somebody? You said, I'm tired of this. It's your responsibility. You didn't fix the car. So go and fix that car. And you leave the car there and bring the car back and get a taxi home. If something happens to that car, it's ours. It's our car. And we will pay money. That money that we're looking for. We'll go cough money somewhere and get it fixed. Now, it shouldn't come to a point whereby because of little thing, what would have done, you say you're not going to do it. Look at it. Your child will not go to school because the person that is responsible of paying the fees at that time doesn't have the money. You can take over the responsibility. So when we display this and say, well, your children can sit down at home. I don't care. It's not my own responsibility. I've been carrying that for the last 2 terms. I'm not going to live in this third town. No. Look at it. It's immaturity for a child to start home. And every day you go to work and come back and then you say, so you have not done this. And before you know it, the serious fight comes out. That's a sign of immaturity. All right.
Yeah. You see, from all that you have said, you see, one thing that is very striking there is about selfishness. You see, when Paul was saying that they are infants, one thing about infants is about self. It's about self. It's about I, myself, and me. Alone. So you see that most of the strife and competition we have in our homes, especially in a young marriage, is the issue of self.
Yeah.
I want to show myself. I am better off. I am more intelligent. I make more money. I reason well, and all those stuff. So with such things, so with all that you have taught about division, you see, a house that is divided against itself will not stand.
Will fall.
So the issue is not about me, it's about us. So when we are thinking of me, it is to the detriment of the oneness.
Yes.
So you see, everybody will be doing their own thing and the marriage will collapse. So one of the things that, one of the signs of immaturity is selfishness. So when we come into a marriage and we can see vividly that everybody is working for their own interest, that marriage is not yet matured.
Yeah. Because
what makes a marriage mature is we and not me, nor you.
Yes.
You understand? When the Bible said living to cleave.
Yes.
Living to cleave. So you must leave self, and you too must leave self, and both of us will become one. And sometimes when we talk about oneness, it may have nothing to do with you on I, because it's a new thing that is being formed. Yeah. A new bond that is being formed. So the issue of selfishness must be eradicated.
Yes.
Then I remember the story I told you one time, and I think we were still young then, still teenagers. But one of us just said that she is not going to marry a young person. We were like, why? What happened? You know, we are all clamoring for somebody that's almost close to our age. But this lady was clamoring for somebody that's twice her age. So when we queried her, she said she wanted somebody that is like her father. Somebody that will have patience with her. Yeah. So, and at the end of the day, she married such a person and they're living peacefully. So you can see that another aspect that you will look at is, or we will discuss, is the issue of impatience, because that's another thing that could cause immaturity in our marriages.
Yes. You know, impatient, just like the Bible said, patience is a virtue. All right. And it's one of the fruit of the Holy Spirit. But when impatience comes in, that's a problem. And impatient is when you don't want any delay in anything. When any delay will get you irritated. Yes. Once you feel that this thing, it's not going to happen just the way you want it, you get irritated. Immediately, you begin to scatter things in the house. You make the place ungovernable. No, that shouldn't be. Maturity talks about what? Patience. Any way you see impatient, what you exhibit at that point in time is immaturity. Look at it. The point is that you are saying something and one felt that, what are you talking about? That what you are saying doesn't really make sense. Says who? Why not wait and allow him to really finish? Listen to what they want to say first, and not stop by the wayside and say no. You know, it's like you're not hitting the point. Do you know how many times I've listened to my wife's story? I know she had told me one story for 20 times.
That's what I told you. You said you're just sharing it for the first time. You remember?
But yes, some first time. But I know there are times she has repeated the same thing more than 20 times. And each time she starts, I will listen very well, as though I have not heard it before. I'm not saying I'm a custodian of maturity, but every day we're getting mature.
Yeah.
Now, what we're saying is that this thing helps us. All right. It's not about how old you are in marriage. You can see those that are 10 years old in marriage, and the way they handle things, they handle it immaturely. Yeah. Imagine you that everything that happens in your home, you keep on running back to your mother, running back to your father, running back to your friends. Come and see, and they will tell you what to do. You go and implement it, and it will work. Small time again, you run back to them again. They will tell you what to do. Every time you are carrying the matter between your family outside, that's a sign of immaturity. It is. Why not have patience and do what? And iron it out together.
Yes.
You feel no. I can't take this. At the end of the day, what those your friends or your mother or your father will do is still go back and talk to your husband.
Yes.
And that time you will come back having patience to listen. And that's what you would have done in the first instance. Why not let us settle down and discuss it? Because I keep on saying this, that when couples refuse to settle matter right on the table between them, and they decide to invite others, the third party, into that, you will see end up sitting down on the table to settle it together. Yeah. Because they will just only give you advice and they will go back. All right? And they will expect both of you to iron it out. Look at it. There was a time there was issue. You know, the issue was between my mom and dad. And my mom was just reporting the case. I was in school and I came out just reporting the thing. You know, my dad, you know, men sometimes said that he's not going to eat the food. And this happened like 3 days before I came. You know, so my mom was complaining. I said, what happened? Is there anything the man wants to do? You know, sometimes I relate with my mom very well. I said, is there anything that happened? He didn't. And well, he said, yes, something happened. There's a way he talked to me and I didn't like it. So I said, I say angry. He said, yes. I said, come on. Let me put that aside. It's your husband. You know? So it was just that I said, it's your husband. I wasn't there when both of you say, I do. That time he eyed you. I wasn't there. In fact, he told us a story that when we went to fetch in the stream, she dragged the water in your distance, and everything fell down and crashed, and you cried home. And when you got to your parent told you there is something behind that. They get it, and they carried you to my father. They had to go and report, and that was when my father made his intention known to them. There were so different ways that happened. But what we're saying is that it's impatience that will make us not to settle the family matter or the things between couples together, and then you take it outside. We're saying that they shouldn't be. All right? This shouldn't be. Couples, let's learn how to trash out the matter together. What is happening in your house is also happening. Between us two, I know there are several times my wife was impatient over some certain things. You know what I do? Sometimes, in fact, one happened 3 days ago to tell her that this is happening in marriage all the time. We displayed, but let's watch out for it. Do you know what happened? When it happened, I just kept quiet. I smiled and I just sat down. I didn't say any word anymore. All right. But after a time, she realized what happened. Okay? And we talked about it. So these things happen between us, but when we're conscious of all this immaturity being displayed, then definitely we can make our marriage work again. And we can stamp out immaturity within us. So it will be like that Paul that said, we behave like an infant. Each time we behave like children. Because it's children that always want to divide things in the house.
Yeah, impatience. You have heard it all. I know sometimes we might display impatience here and there, but marriages should be able to exercise patience, especially when the other person is displaying impatience. The other spouse should be patient enough.
Yes.
It shouldn't be, cat and rat. Is it cat and dog now? Anyone. It shouldn't be a fight all the time. You know why I'm saying this? I remember one time we were called to come and separate a fight. And this fight is not even among the young couples. They were not young in marriage. These people were about 30 years in marriage. Yes. Imagine that the man should be about above 60 years then,
Yeah.
the wife should be above 50 years, and they were fighting. I mean, physically fighting. They had to come and call us. We came to separate them. And you could see that kind of embarrassment. So sometimes impatience, it could be in form of argument. I must win. No. Immaturity display all these signs. There are a lot more that we will discuss, but we believe God maybe in our next episode we'll still talk about anger, we'll talk about pride, we'll talk about our arrogance, and so many other signs of immaturity. We should always strive to grow in our marriages. You see, maturity is not obtained in a day.
Yeah, no. It's
a journey.
Process.
It's a process.
Yes.
So, but the thing is that both of you must make up your mind
that
your marriage must not remain the same way it has been.
Yes.
For your romance to blossom, we must walk towards maturity.
Yes, we must work towards maturity. And on that note, we will stop here today. Trusting God that you would have learned one thing or the other that will help your relationship and your marriage. Until we come your way again, don't forget to follow us on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and on WhatsApp. And do share our videos.
Share our videos,
yes.
Please.
You never know how long this will go and how far it will go in restoring marriages and enhancing relationship and sparking up that fire of romance in those marriages. As you do that, don't forget that we are working together also, because where we cannot get to, you will help us get there. God bless you.
God bless you, and have a wonderful night. Bless you.